Hey everybody, Miss Dietrich here. We're taking a look at question number 3. The sides of a right triangle are 7 inches, 24 inches, and 25 inches. What is the area of the right triangle? Now the fact that this is a right triangle should help us to know which numbers do we need, because as you know, the formula for area of a triangle is half of the base times the height. And the other thing you have to remember is that the base and the height have to be perpendicular to each other. So if it's a right triangle, right, then that means that this line, which I'm going to trace in green, and this line, which I'm going to trace in red, these two would be the numbers that you would use for the area of a triangle. Now, the other thing you have to know is about the longest side of any right triangle. We call that the hypotenuse. So the longest side is always opposite wherever your right angle is, and it's the longest number. And that's helpful to know that if it's the hypotenuse, then it's not going to be used in the formula. So let's plug the numbers in. We know that 7 is one of the dimensions that's probably going to represent this green line. 24 is one of the dimensions that's probably going to be this line right here. And the longest dimension, this is the longest out of all the other numbers. So we would have to conclude that that's the hypotenuse. Now, we don't need that number in the formula for area because it's not perpendicular to each other. It's not perpendicular to anything. The numbers that we need, we're going to ignore that because the numbers that we're going to need for the formula are these two right here because they're perpendicular to each other. So let's substitute those in the formula. We'll use 7 as the base and 24 as the height. All right, so what I would do next, because commutative property states that you can multiply these in any order that you want and it will not affect the product. We always want to look for compatible numbers. I would take half of 24 next, which would be 12, and then multiply 12 by the remaining number, which is right here times 7, and then you'll have your answer. All right, good luck finishing that up.